some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Rice Owls, taking on a team from the Pac-12, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Huskies, long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. He's got great speed. Got him in a room. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Power football with the run. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. Let's talk for just a second about Washington. They lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that and take the next step.
And sometimes it takes those steps, Jesse. Like, you've got to crawl before you walk. And this team, they've tasted it. They know what it feels like. They know what it's like to be in the playoffs. And they want more. And they get to take some anger out and some hard feelings out today to start this season.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Recovers the fumble, and he's on the move. Smashes through the tackle. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Husky. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Never quit on a play because you never know what will happen. How about a break in the long run? I love the effort by the defense. Trailing him, getting there, and then they get to him and they make the big fumble. But how about the lucky break? The bounce towards the offensive player. He scoops it up, rolls into the end zone. What a big momentum-changing play.
And the extra point is good. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. To the air, it's Alexander. Wide open downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he wants it all. Hits him in stride at the 10. Touchdown, Rice. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And a really nice job by the quarterback. He drops back. He knows where he's going with the football. You can tell. He sees this guy coming from left to right, running that post down the middle of the field, throws it. Perfect timing to his receiver. He catches the football, takes it into the end zone.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Got his man downfield. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Really nice looking pinpoint throw there. And when I think back to Husky QBs, you think about Warren Moon, you think about Mark Brunell, the Heward brothers. What about Jake Browning? All made really good decisions. This guy, he's got a lot of arm talent, but he's also very smart.
Leaves it with the running back. Plows through the defense.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the first down. Hey, this running back's got some sweet feet, not only to run, but to get a foot down in bounds.
Got that toe down. The foot was just small enough, Reese, to get that puppy down. But running backs, man, you can do so much with these guys and their speed and their athletic ability and trying to get the ball to them as many ways as you can.
Swings it out to the flat. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. Washington has a lot of things working, set up with another first down. Looking downfield on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
Looked to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, he'd be forcing it a little bit.
Sometimes the quarterback grabs the football so quick and tries to get out of his hand, rushes it a little bit on these quick throws. Sometimes they don't even grab the laces, and you can tell he just grabbed it and threw it a little bit too quick and missed behind the wide receiver.
He wants to throw it again. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Well, this defense has been outstanding in coverage early in this game. We're just in the first quarter. Of course, they already have an interception. They should have had their second right there.
They boot it away. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Special teams proving to be special. man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. They were getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Red pass, it's complete. Turning it on. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. We're off to a fast start here. Offenses are humming as we're in the final minute of the first quarter. From the gun, running back gets to give. Runs through the tackle. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. When the Huskies are moving on the ground like this, you will bow down to Washington.
Yeah, and I tell you what, with all the rain they get out there in Washington, you better have a dependable ground game that you can go to and establish that tempo. Obviously, harder to throw the football in the rain, so dominant, physical trenches.
Fires toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
What a play by the defender there, guys. In his own end zone, the offense has taken a shot, and if that defender was just one step behind, that would have been a touchdown. But the hit forces the incompletion.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. This time it's complete. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. He's got it, first down and more. Off to the races to the right. Touchdown, Huskies. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And man, that play looked a little bit too easy. Fourth down, big situation. You got to get up on these receivers and make it difficult. He gets the football right away, gets all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. He's going going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
He'll take a deep shot here. That one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. Let's talk for just a minute about Rice. They come into the season #1 recruiting class in the country. Think we'll see those freshmen much?
You dang right we will. I mean, you don't recruit like they did this offseason and be the #1 team in the country without getting a ton of impact guys that come in and contribute day one. Palmer, there's a lot of young, exciting faces.
Yeah, they don't look like freshmen either. I mean, these guys look like grown men. Remember, in recruiting, a lot of these kids were promised to get on the field very, very early. For this team to have the success they're hoping to have, absolutely these freshmen have got to go.
Looking to throw, it's Alexander. Quarterback moving. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. Intercepted. That's midfield, he's got room. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Quarterback may change this route. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Grabs it in the middle. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting.
Breaks into the open. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
The Huskies are moving quickly down the field. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's now second and goal.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Trying to bully their way in. And this defense is defending its goal line. Back-to-back stops right in the shadow of their own goalpost. After getting stuffed, what do they have for an answer here on third and goal from the 2? pushes toward the goal line. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you practiced all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
Drilled as he throws, and they stop him on 4th down with the heat.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on 4th down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on 4th down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
They've got them penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Standing in his own end zone, he'll uncork another one. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Standing in his own end zone looking to throw. Pulls it in on the left. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. Rice going to work with another 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Alexander. Bringing the heat. A strike downfield. There he goes. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Rice.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Texas Tech is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Lubbock for a long time. They're up 14 over Florida Atlantic. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. To the air on 1st down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Makes a grab down the middle. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Washington wants to go quickly. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find the rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the end.
And the Huskies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Throws to the wideout. He's got it.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Smashes it between the uprights. They cut into that lead. It's now 28-17.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Coming out with it, it's Gaines. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Looking downfield, it's Alexander. Going over the top. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking to throw on first down. They get to him as he throws. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Rice ready to kick off and get things started here in the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive.
Washington Huskies will take over. First and 10.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Second down, he'll throw it. Right down the middle. He makes the catch. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
Really nice looking pass there. You think about all the great Washington quarterbacks, right? Warren Moon, the Heward brothers, Mark Brunell, Jake Browning. The greatest quarterback name in college football history, Sonny Six Killer. That guy was throwing seeds at the University of Washington. This dude right here putting on his best Sonny Six Killer impersonation.
Here's a heat. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
In the second half, trailing the way they are, they know they're going to have to be able to throw the football to get back into it, but you can't accomplish that if you can't keep your quarterback standing upright. Give the defense tons of credit getting that sack on third down.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so third in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Sets up the screen. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Remember, they took the last punt back for a touchdown. Here's the return. Makes a move. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return.
Offense will take over. First and 10.
Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Trying to get behind the defense. Pulls it in on the right. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on first and 10 from the 35. Throws toward the end zone. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Here's the pressure. Hit as he throws. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Man, if I'm the offensive line, I got to do a better job initially protecting my quarterback. And then once he scrambles out of that pocket, he starts to go to the left, I got to stick with the play because then he gets whacked at the end of the play. And instead of helping my quarterback up, I got to make sure I protect him a lot better moving forward.
To the air, it's Alexander. Finds his man, it's Gaines. He's loose. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
One of the things I love about this wide receiver, it's not all bombs and posts and go routes. Third and long, you just kind of run him not too far down the field. He makes the catch, and he's so dangerous, making moves, using his speed and elusiveness. He finds a way to get that first.
And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Brought it back to the 6-yard line after making the interception.
And another mistake from this quarterback. That's back-to-back drives now that have resulted in interceptions. He's got to find a way to find something different, get in a better rhythm, start seeing the field better, Palmer, because he's not in a flow right now.
No, David, it looks like he's forcing the football a little bit, maybe trying to make up for that interception he threw on the last drive. But that last play, there was no way that football should have gone there. He could have gotten off of that, checked it down, or thrown it away. This quarterback, he needs a breather right now. He's got to collect himself.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He wants to go deep. Snags it down the right side. And the defense was on its heels after that long completion.
Really nice poise by the quarterback on that throw. He's obviously backed up deep in his own end. He knows he can't take a sack, but all of his focus is downfield on coverage. He finds the matchup he wanted, and it's an explosive play for the offense through the air.
They were backed up, and then suddenly they weren't. They've got it 1st and 10 now inside the 50. They go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
The Huskies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Easy. Back to pass. Under fire. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Tight end finds a soft spot. They bring him down at the 45-yard line, and this defense rises up on 3rd down.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Might be changing the route. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Makes the grab, ready for the 1st down. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one and to keep the drive alive.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he didn't find a whole lot of running room, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We've been treated to an aerial show by these 2 guys so far as you check out their numbers. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him! And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
And you had to. I mean, the offense had to be aggressive. You're down multiple scores. You needed to make something happen right now. You had to be aggressive. I think you had to go for it on that fourth down. Now, obviously, the game's...
Going for it all. Makes the grab at the 10. Touchdown, Owls. He got a step and just dusted the field.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Charlotte fell behind early, and it's been an uphill climb since. Thing is, this is a program that's worked the portal about as well as anyone. These kids are tough and could just find a way. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Appalachian State. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Rush is on him. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. He picks it up, still on his feet.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
Washington sends out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the punt will be marked dead just inside the 45-yard line. Rice takes over. The Owls ready to get that offense cooking again. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And he's got it inside the 35. Rice rushes to the line.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. And even in the fourth quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. The Owls with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Dropping back, it's Alexander. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Missed the connection on second, now looking at a third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. On target to the left. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. And that big gainer on the last one has him ready to go from inside the 10. Sends it back in motion. They'll go to the air. Back swinging for the goal line. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. They'll go to the air on second and short. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
You got great field position here. You got to pay it off. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. Touchdown, Owls! And the beatdown has ensued.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Here he comes with the return. And the returner is stopped.
At the 11, and your Washington Huskies will take over 1st and 10.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. They're going to ride this running back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Touchdown, Owls. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
What a nice job by the defense. Not only getting the football out, the awareness to scoop it up. I got space, get up the field, a little caravan to the end zone, making the big play. And this offense in game 1, man, not only do you give up the turnover, you give up a touchdown, and you haven't scored that many points. They got to get it together.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun. Give on the inside. Got enough for the first. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse. Oh, he's got some space. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
And they spike it. You'd think they'd want to keep the clock moving with the lead here.
Brings up 2nd down.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring.
Let's go! Let's go!
Quarterback will keep it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the Owls want to move quickly. The toss to the right. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board.
Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. And give him another 6. Grabs him for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And added on again, this offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
And here's the return. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. the gun. The running back looking for room. Turning it on. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Got his man quickly. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. He's getting plenty of work. 4th time we've seen this guy punt it today. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. And the returner will be brought down.
And the Rice offense will take over. 1st and 10.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Looking to throw, it's Alexander. Scrambling away. He's going to fire into the gut of the defense. He's got it along the sideline. They're able to make the stop, but a little extra icing on this winning cake in this one. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.